Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So how are you all doing? So today we are going to be making a kimono jacket. So that's what we are going to be making today. And if this is something you are interested in, please keep on watching. If you've not yet subscribed yet to the channel, please subscribe and let's continue with the tutorial. Now the fabric I'm going to be using for this tutorial is 2 yards, and I folded it into 4. So that's what I tried to show you. I folded it into 4. So this part here is the folded edge. So now the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be drawing a straight line. Now have it at the back of your mind that this kimono is very easy to make. It's not going to take you less than 10 minutes to make. So just keep on watching. So the next thing I'm going to be taking my bust point measurements. So that's what I'm taking. So my bust point measurement is 10. So now I'm going to be using my hip measurement throughout. So now my hip measurement divided by 4 is going to give me 9. So 9 plus 3 inches. Now the allowance I want to use is 3 inches. This is now optional. I don't want it to be too big. That's why I'm using 3 inches. So you can use 4. You can use as much as possible. So, but preferably for me, I'm going to be using 3. So now I'm going to mark it out. So that is 9 inches plus 3, which is going to be giving me 12. So that's what I did there. So now I'm going to work on the shoulder. The shoulder opening I want to work with is 9. 9 is just okay. I don't want it to be too big. So now 9 is okay. So I'm going to be connecting from that 9 to the point I made. To that point, just exactly the way I'm doing it. So easy. So from there, I'm just going to connect it down to the length of the kimono. So now on the neckline, I'm going to be using 3 inches for my neck width. So 3 inches is what I'm going to be using. So now I'm just taking the same neckline for both the front and the back. When I'm done, I'm going to cut out for that of the front separately. So now I'm just going to cut out for that of the back alone. So now for the full length of the kimono, I'm working with 40. So I'm just going to measure 40. Now this 40 I'm measuring is both with my folding allowance. Now assuming you want your kimono to be 28, example, like 28 inches, then you can add like 2 inches for folding it under. Do you understand? So that will be 30. So like mine, I want the kimono to be like 38, so I'm marking out 40. So now I'll be converting this 40 into a straight line. Do you understand? It's as simple as that. So now remember the same measurement I had around this bust point area. I'm going to be taking it down so that I'll convert everything into a straight line. So that is just it. So that is it for the drafting out. So the next thing is just to cut out. Now I forgot when I was working on the shoulder, I forgot to put the shoulder slope. So now your shoulder slope can be as much as 1 and as small as ½ inch. So because I don't want the armhole area to be reduced, so I'm just using ½ inch. Do you understand? You just have to put slope. But I'd advise you to make sure you put 1 inches. So now the next thing to do is just to cut out.
Sing this song, it is sweet like sugar. Oh yeah, dance, roll your waist. I go from grace to grassy, back to grass to gracie. Life na roller coaster. When the time not the day and the plan.
So this is it after cutting it out. So now I'm just going to open up one part. Remember I was cutting the front and the back together, so I'm just going to open up one part. So So when I'm done with the one part, as you can see, so now work on the neckline for the front. Now for the neckline of the front, it's just going to have a slit downward, but so that the neckline will be connected to the slit downward, I'm just making a V shaped from the neckline down to the middle of my front line, and I'm just going to cut it out. So now I'm just going to open up the middle part of the front. Do you understand? Like after you cut out the neckline, you just open it up straight. That's the way I'm doing it. So when you open it up, it means that your front will be two pieces because you opened it up in the middle. So the next thing to do now is that I'm going to be joining. Now I'll take this to my sewing machine and join the shoulder area. Remember, the front parts will be facing each other. So I'm just going to join the shoulder area this way. I'll come back, then I show you. So now this is it. After I was done stitching the shoulder line, I ironed it out. That's why it's looking this neat. So look at the front area. I did not do anything about it. So this is the shoulder. So now the next thing I did was that I cut out like a long rope, which was like 2.5 inches on fold. So it means if I open it up, it is 5 inches. So now I cut it out on fold. Then I'm going to be using it to tape in the front part. So that's what I'm going to be using to tape in the front part all through the neckline, from the back down to the down of the gown. So that is what I will be doing. Then I cut out another 2.5 for my sleeve. I noticed that the sleeve was a bit short, and because we folded, so there was no excess materials. So I cut out the same thing again. I did 2.5 on fold, which is 5. So I'm just going to go ahead and stitch it down. Then that is all. When you are done, then you fold the down of your fabric, and it is as simple as that. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and you are going to obviously stitch the sides also, and that is it. So but it is preferable for you to like join all of this, put all the plackets, that is all the 2.5 inches, to turn it over before you now stitch the side. So guys, this is the finished outlook. It is looking very neat, simple and beautiful. So I hope you try out your own too. So this is mine. I actually finished sewing this very late at night, so I did not aim the down, so I did it the next morning. So this is just it, looking all beautiful. So guys, thank you again. See you in my next video. Bye.